Mississippi, a Mississippi preschool has given out an award called the Monkey Award to a black preschooler. I kid you not. Let's put up the picture of Batesville Elementary School. This is in Mississippi, Batesville, Mississippi, where a teacher decided it was a good idea to give a black preschooler the Monkey Award. This happened on Thursday, according to WKYT News. They reported that an elementary school in Mississippi decided to do this. So this school is facing significant criticism after a black preschooler was sent home with something called the Monkey Award. I got some background to this. Before I get into the background, let me show you the district school board. That district school board is called the South Panola School District Board. The president is Sandra Darby, okay? Let me put up a picture of the principal of the institution in question. Her name is Amy Sutton. Now, let me give you the background. The mother, Shamikia Ellis, voiced concerns when her son brought home the Monkey Award for entertaining others, according to the teacher. Reported Bria Bolden and Deborah Worley. Her son received other awards too, but the one comparing him to a monkey is something Miss Ellis did not expect. He was excited about the award, but he had no idea what he was holding. Ellis told WMC, "It's unacceptable for me," she said. Ellis met with school district officials who told her what happened was unacceptable. They said her child's teacher did not know the history behind blacks being compared to monkeys. She said the teacher stated that she gave him the award for his energy, Ellis said, but the award does not say anything about energy. It says entertainment. Now, I'm going to call BS on this. And let me tell you why. First of all, damn it, there's not a school teacher in Mississippi who doesn't know the background of black people being compared to monkeys. As a matter of fact, it probably originated in Mississippi, okay? And if you have a teacher who doesn't know the sensitivity and the racism connected with black people being associated with monkeys, then that individual does not need to be teaching in a professional environment to children at all. But there's other evidence to signify that not only did the teacher know, but the administrators were aware that this may be problematic. It gets deeper. According to the report, school officials also claimed that they, and I quote, had a meeting before the ceremony cautioning the teachers to be sensitive about the awards given to students. Wait a minute. Now, I've been a school teacher before. I've engaged in many award ceremonies. I have never had a meeting with the administration before an award ceremony where the administration said, listen, you gotta be careful about these awards because some of these names may be offensive. Never. The fact that they had this meeting is a clear indication that the school system was well aware of the racial element of this so-called Monkey Award. Why would you have a meeting about an award ceremony where you're warning teachers about the names of their awards? They just gave themselves away. They told on themselves. There's more. If you remember, in Louisville, Kentucky, last month, a teacher allegedly used the word monkey to describe another student, sparking an investigation. A story that we reported on, black student athletes were called apes and ape noises were made while they were playing in their sporting event. These things are happening across the country. Coincidence? I think not. Now here's what you won't hear. This is a real problem, by the way. This is a real problem inside of school systems. Racial bullying, racial insensitivity, racial aggression. Racism is real. Nobody would debate that. Have Republicans created legislation contextualized in anti-bullying legislation to say we need to stop this racism this insensitivity happening on our school campuses? No. They want to tell you somehow that critical race theory is the absolute worst thing that can happen to K through 12 education. Once again, CRT is not even taught in K through 12 education. You have schools being shot up by mass shooters. Are they willing to create legislation to solve that problem? No. They want to tell you that the made up boogeyman of CRT is all you have to worry about. The problem with this line of thinking is this. We elect politicians to solve problems. That's why they are there. We elect them to create policies that solve problems. What I'm presenting to you is a problem inside of our school system. What are the policymakers doing to solve these problems? And listen, Democrats are not that much better. Democrats tend to be reactionary to these issues rather than proactive. All right, we're gonna continue to follow this story, see how it develops. Thoughts?
Yeah, no, that teacher should definitely be fired. She basically handed that child a minstrel award. Like that is absolutely disgusting. And you made a really good point. Like the fact that they're trying to put, CRT as a boogeyman when teachers should be trained and taught about racial sensitivity and the history of this country. And it also, I want people to be worried because all those children in the audience of that award ceremony heard that teacher give that student that award, and like the fact that they are banning, real history, real lessons about race, that is teaching a whole generation how to respond to those same racial issues, And so I urge the followers and listeners to this program to teach their children to be aware of what's going on because this is a real huge cultural problem that's going to be rearing its ugly head in a few years.
Yeah, very well said.